I want you to understand something deep down in your soul that will change the entire trajectory of your life. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are not simply a passenger in this thing called life. No, my friends, you have the ability to control your mind. And with that control, you control everything. It's a power that we all possess, but so few of us realize how to wield it. Most people walk through life as though they are at the mercy of everything around them, other people, their environment, their circumstances, their thoughts. But the truth is, none of that matters unless you allow it to. The most powerful force in this world, the most transformative thing you could ever master, is the control of your own mind. And yet, most of us, we let our minds control us. We let fear dictate our decisions. We let doubt guide our actions. We let negativity sink into our thoughts. But I want to tell you today, this is your life. You are in charge. You decide what you think. You decide what you believe. You decide where your mind goes, and you decide how far you will go. I know that life can be tough, and I know that many of you have had struggles, setbacks, failures, and disappointments. But let me tell you, none of that matters unless you allow it to define you. Your past does not dictate your future unless you let it. The thoughts you think today, right now, in this moment, shape the reality you will walk into tomorrow. You've got to take control of those thoughts. Every day you have a choice. Will you let your mind drag you into the depths of negativity, or will you take the reins and steer your life in the direction you want it to go? The mind is powerful. In fact, it's the most powerful tool you have. If you can master your mind, you can master your destiny. It starts with realizing that your thoughts create your reality. That's the foundation. So many people walk around reacting to the world, reacting to the world, reacting to their circumstances, letting life push them around. But I want you to get this, you have the power to push back. You have the power to change the narrative. You are not defined by your circumstances, by your past, by the challenges you face. You are defined by your response to those challenges. You are defined by your thoughts, by your beliefs, and by your actions. Now, let's talk about control, real control. Not the control that's about manipulating other people, but the control that's about owning your own mind, your own thoughts, your own beliefs. Real control comes when you stop allowing external factors to dictate your emotional state. Real control comes when you take responsibility for the thoughts that run through your head. Every time a negative thought tries to creep in, you've got a choice. You can either let it in, let it take root, and let it poison your mind, or you can choose to recognize it for what it is and cast it aside. This is the first step in controlling your mind, being aware of your thoughts and understanding that you have the power to choose which ones you give energy to. Most people are like boats adrift on an ocean, tossed by every wave, every storm. They let their emotions, their fears, their past experiences dictate where they go and how they feel. But you're not a boat. You're the captain. You're the one steering the ship. If you don't like where you're headed, change course. If you don't like the thoughts you're thinking, change them. It's that simple. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it requires effort, but nothing worth having is ever easy, and nothing worth doing is ever without its challenges. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to control their minds in the face of adversity. Let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions that we experience as human beings. It can paralyze you, stop you in your tracks, make you question everything you know, everything you believe, everything you believe, everything you've worked for. Fear can stop you from going after your dreams, from taking that leap, from pushing yourself beyond your limits. But here's the thing about fear, it's a lie. Fear is an illusion, a trick of the mind. It doesn't exist unless you let it. You've heard it before, but it bears repeating fear as false evidence appearing real. It's only real if you make it real. You are in control of your thoughts, and you can choose to face fear head on. The way to do that is not by running from it, not by letting it dictate your decisions, but by confronting it. You confronting it. You confront fear with faith. You confront it with action. The moment you face fear and keep moving forward, fear loses its power. You see, the reason fear controls so many people is because they don't take action in the face of it. But the moment you decide to take action anyway, despite the fear, that's when you regain control. That's when you take back the power that fear tried to steal from you. Now, let's talk about discipline. Discipline is another word that gets thrown around a lot, but it's one of the cornerstones of controlling your mind. You see, it's easy to get motivated when things are going well, when everything is smooth sailing. But what happens when things get tough? What happens when the storm hits, when you don't feel like doing the work, when you're tired, when you've been knocked down? That's when discipline kicks in. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's what gets you up when you want to stay down. It's what pushes you forward when you feel like quitting. Discipline is the ability to do what you know you should do, even when you don't feel like it. And let me tell you something, if you want to control your mind, you've got to be disciplined in your thoughts. That means not letting negative thoughts linger. That means not allowing yourself to spiral down into self doubt or despair. Discipline is the mental toughness to push through those moments when you feel like giving up. It's the ability to say, I am in control. I will not let these thoughts dictate my actions. I will not let this situation define me. When you develop mental discipline, when you learn to control your mind, you'll find that everything else in your life begins to change. Your relationships will improve, your career will take off, your health will get better. Why? Because the mind is the foundation of everything. If you get your mind right, everything else follows. It's not magic, it's science. When you change your thoughts, you change your brain. When you change your brain, you change your habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. Now, you might be thinking it's easy to say these things, but how do I actually do it? How do I take control of my mind in the midst of all the chaos, all the noise, all the distractions? The answer is simple. You start with awareness. Awareness is the first step in taking control. You've got to be aware of what you're thinking, aware of how you're feeling, aware of what you're focusing on. Are you focusing on what you want, or are you focusing on what you don't want? Are you focusing on your dreams, or are you focusing on your fears? Are you focusing on the positive, or are you letting the negative consume you? Once you become aware of your thoughts, you can begin to change them. You can begin to shift your focus. And when you shift your focus, you shift your life. It's all about reprogramming your mind. You've got to start feeding it the right information. You've got to start feeding it the right beliefs. You've got to start believing in yourself, in your potential, in your ability to succeed. When you believe it, you'll see it. One of the most powerful ways to take control of your mind is through meditation. Meditation is a tool that helps you disconnect from the noise of the world, the chatter in your mind, and tap into the stillness within. It helps you center yourself, calm your mind, and reconnect with your true power. Meditation gives you the space to observe your thoughts without judgment, without getting caught up in them. It's like training your mind to be still, to be focused, to be intentional. The more you practice, the stronger your mind becomes. But meditation isn't the only tool. Visualization is another powerful technique. Visualization is the act of seeing yourself achieving your goals, living your dreams, and being the person you want to be. It's not just about seeing it, it's about feeling it. It's about creating an emotional connection to the outcome. When you can visualize your success, when you can feel it in your bones, you begin to rewire your brain. You start to believe that it's possible. And when you believe it's possible, you start taking the actions that will make it happen. So the next time you feel doubt creeping in, the next time fear tries to take hold, the next time life tries to knock you down, remember this: you are in control. You control your thoughts, you control your beliefs, you control your actions, you control your destiny. Take charge of your mind and you take charge of your life. Nothing and no one can take that from you unless you allow it. You've got the power. Now it's time to use it. The speech emphasizes that the most powerful force in life is the ability to control your own mind. By mastering your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, you can transform your reality and steer your life in the direction you desire. You are not a victim of circumstances. You have the power to decide how you respond to life's challenges. Fear is a powerful emotion, but it is ultimately an illusion. The key to overcoming fear is not avoiding it, but facing it head on with faith and action. By confronting fear and continuing to move forward, you can reclaim your power and shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. True control of the mind requires discipline. Mental discipline means consistently choosing positive, empowering thoughts, even in the face of adversity. It's the ability to push through doubt, exhaustion, and fear, and to stay committed to your goals and your personal growth regardless of external circumstances. The foundation of mind control is awareness. By becoming conscious of your thoughts and recognizing negative patterns, you can shift your focus toward positive outcomes. Tools like meditation and visualization help reprogram the mind, allowing you to tap into your inner strength, stay focused on your goals, and cultivate the emotional belief in your ability to succeed. The mind controls everything, It dictates your emotions, your behaviors, your actions, and your reactions. It shapes your perception of reality and influences how you experience the world around you. What happens in your mind eventually happens in your life. Your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes create the circumstances in which you live. This is the power of the mind. And when you understand this, you realize that you are the architect of your own destiny. Your mind is the blueprint for your life. The life you have right now is a reflection of the thoughts and beliefs you've been nurturing for years. And if you don't like what you're experiencing, you have the power to change it by changing the way you think. What does it mean to control your mind? It means taking ownership of your thoughts, emotions, and responses. It means no longer allowing external circumstances or the opinions of others to dictate your mood or your actions. It means becoming aware of the thoughts that run through your head every single day and realizing that you have the power to choose which ones you give energy to. You are not your thoughts, but you are the one who chooses which thoughts you will entertain. Every thought you think influences your emotions, which in turn influences your actions. And the actions you take ultimately determine the results you experience in your life. If you can control your thoughts, you can control your emotions. And if you can control your emotions, you can control your actions. This is the key to creating the life you want. Most people operate on autopilot, allowing their thoughts and emotions to be dictated by the outside world. They react to everything around them, react to the news, react to the opinions of others, react to their own fears and insecurities. They allow their emotions to dictate their actions. And as a result, they live lives of reaction rather than creation. But when you take control of your mind, you begin to act instead of react. You respond to life with intention, clarity, and purpose rather than being at the mercy of your emotions or external circumstances. The process of controlling your mind starts with awareness. Before you can change something, you must first recognize it. You must become aware of the thoughts you are thinking, the beliefs you are holding, and the emotions you are experiencing. Are your thoughts empowering or disempowering? Are you focused on what you want, or are you focused on what you fear? Are you believing in your own potential, or are you allowing negative self-talk to take over? Most people are so caught up in the busyness of life that they rarely take the time to slow down and pay attention to their own minds. But awareness is the first step toward change. When you become aware of your thoughts, you begin to realize that you have the power to change them. You don't have to believe everything your mind tells you. You don't have to accept every thought that pops into your head as the truth. The mind is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or ill. Once you are aware of the thoughts that are influencing you, you can begin the process of changing them. This requires discipline and practice. Just as you would train a muscle, you must train your mind to think in ways that serve you rather than hinder you. The more you practice controlling your thoughts, the stronger your ability to do so becomes. The mind is like a garden, and the thoughts you plant in it are like seeds. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, you will harvest a life full of those things. But if you plant seeds of positivity, self belief, and gratitude, you will harvest a life full of those qualities. The mind does not judge the seeds you plant, it simply brings them to fruition. This is why it's so important to be mindful of the thoughts you choose to entertain. Thoughts are not neutral, they either empower you or disempower you, and you get to decide which ones you allow to take root in your mind. It's also important to understand that controlling your mind doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or ignoring the difficulties you face in life. It means choosing how you respond to them. Life is full of challenges, and no one is exempt from pain, loss, or disappointment. But the key to living a fulfilling life is not in avoiding challenges, but in how you face them. When you control your mind, you gain the ability to approach every challenge with a sense of calm, clarity, and resilience. You stop being overwhelmed by your emotions, and instead you learn to manage them. You don't let fear, anger, or sadness control you. You acknowledge those emotions, but you don't let them dictate your actions. You choose to rise above them and respond with wisdom and strength. Controlling your mind also means controlling your beliefs. Your beliefs shape the way you perceive the world and the way you behave. If you believe that the world is a hostile place, you will approach life with fear and defensiveness. If you believe that you are not worthy of success, you will unconsciously sabotage your own efforts. But if you believe that you are capable, deserving, and empowered, you will act in ways that align with those beliefs. Your beliefs are the lens through which you see everything. And just like your thoughts, your beliefs are not fixed. They can be changed. You are not born with limiting beliefs, they are learned over time, often from your upbringing, your environment, and your experiences. But just as they were learned, they can be unlearned. You can replace old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. And when you do, your entire life will begin to shift. It's important to note that controlling your mind is not about trying to control every single thought that enters your head. It's about taking control of the dominant thoughts and beliefs that shape your reality. You don't need to worry about every random thought that comes to you, but you do need to become the gatekeeper of the thoughts that you allow to take up residence in your mind? Are they aligned with who you want to be and what you want to achieve? If not, you have the power to change them. Another key element of controlling your mind is the ability to focus. Focus is the ability to direct your attention toward a specific task, goal, or purpose without getting distracted by the noise of the world. In a world full of distractions, focus has become one of the most valuable skills you can develop. When you control your focus, you control where your energy goes, and where your energy goes, and where your energy goes, your life follows. The more you focus on your goals, your dreams, and your purpose, the more you will see those things manifest in your life. But focus requires discipline. It requires you to block out the distractions, silence the noise, and stay locked in on what matters most. When you master your focus, you become unstoppable. You can't be swayed by setbacks, criticism, or failure. You stay focused on the end result, and you keep pushing forward no matter what. Your mind is the key to your success, your happiness, and your fulfillment. When you learn to control your mind, you unlock the door to limitless potential. You stop living by default and you start living with purpose. You take full responsibility for your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, and you realize that nothing is impossible. The world is full of opportunities, but they are only available to those who are in control of their minds. If you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. It all starts with the mind. When you take control of your mind, you take control of your destiny. And once you realize this, nothing can stand in your way. Fear and doubt are two of the most insidious forces that hold people back from realizing their full potential. These emotions, though natural, can become paralyzing if not managed properly. They infiltrate the mind, distort perceptions, and often prevent individuals from taking the actions necessary to create the life they truly want. At their core, fear and doubt stem from the same place: uncertainty about the future. They emerge when we perceive something as a threat, when we feel that we are not equipped to face challenges, or when we question our ability to succeed. But here's the truth that needs to be heard: fear and doubt do not define you unless you allow them to. They are only powerful when you give them the strength to control your thoughts and actions. To overcome fear and doubt, the first step is recognizing that they are just mental constructs. Fear is often described as false evidence appearing real. It is the mind's way of amplifying a potential threat in a way that makes it seem larger, more dangerous, and more imminent than it truly is. In reality, fear is a response to the unknown. It is the mind's protective mechanism, attempting to keep us safe by preventing us from taking risks. But in doing so, fear often prevents us from stepping out of our comfort zones, trying new things, or pursuing our dreams. This is where the power to overcome fear begins: understanding that fear is not an inherent truth, but rather a reaction to uncertainty. Doubt, on the other hand, is a form of internal conflict. It arises when we question our abilities, our worth, or the possibility of success. It whispers to us that we are not capable, that we are not good enough, or that we are destined to fail. Doubt can be just as crippling as fear, as it undermines self confidence and creates a mental barrier between us and our goals. But like fear, doubt can be conquered. It starts with understanding that doubt does not come from a place of truth, it comes from the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we are capable of. The process of overcoming fear and doubt is not about eliminating them entirely. These emotions will always be a part of the human experience. It's about learning to face them head on, not letting them dictate our actions, and choosing to move forward in spite of them. The key to overcoming these obstacles lies in shifting our mindset. Instead of viewing fear and doubt as threats to our success, we must begin to see them as signals that we are on the verge of growth, on the edge of stepping into new territory. It's in these moments of discomfort, where fear and doubt seem to rear their ugly heads, that the greatest opportunities for growth reside. It's in these moments that we have the chance to push through the resistance, to challenge our assumptions, and to prove to ourselves that we are capable of much more than we ever believed possible. One powerful strategy for overcoming fear and doubt is to reframe the way we perceive failure. Most people fear failure because they see it as a reflection of their inadequacies, as proof that they are not good enough. But failure is not a reflection of who you are, it is simply a part of the learning process. Failure is not permanent, it does not define you. In fact, failure is a necessary part of success. Every successful person, every trailblazer, every visionary has encountered failure along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond to failure. Those who succeed see failure as a lesson, a stepping stone, a moment of growth. They don't allow failure to diminish their belief in themselves. Instead, they use it to fuel their determination and drive. This shift in perspective is key to overcoming the fear of failure, which is often rooted in doubt. Another crucial part of overcoming fear and doubt is taking action even in the face of uncertainty. Fear and doubt thrive in inaction. When we hesitate, procrastinate, or avoid taking steps toward our goals, we give these emotions more power over us. The best antidote to fear is action. By taking small, intentional steps toward our goals, we demonstrate to ourselves that we are capable, that we can handle challenges, and that we can navigate through discomfort. Each step forward diminishes the grip that fear and doubt have on our minds. Action is the bridge between where we are and where we want to be, and it is the most powerful tool we have to break free from the hold of fear and doubt. Mental toughness also requires a deep sense of purpose. When you are clear about your why, when you understand why you are pursuing your goals and what is at stake, you are much more likely to push through the difficult moments. Purpose gives you the fuel you need to keep going when the going gets tough. It provides you with the motivation to stay disciplined, to keep making progress even when the results are not immediate. People who lack purpose often find it difficult to stay disciplined and motivated because they don't have a clear reason for their efforts. But those who are mentally tough have a deep, burning desire to achieve their goals, and that desire keeps them moving forward even when things aren't easy. Self belief is another critical aspect of mental toughness. If you don't believe in yourself, it's easy to give up when the going gets tough. Mental toughness is rooted in a strong sense of self confidence, the belief that no matter how difficult the journey is, you are capable of handling it. Self belief is built through repeated success and by pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. When you take on challenges, face fears, and succeed, you build confidence in your abilities. And when you fail, you use those experiences to strengthen your belief in yourself. Belief in yourself is not about thinking that you're perfect or invincible. It's about trusting that you have the strength, resilience, and capacity to overcome whatever challenges come your way. Discipline and mental toughness are not qualities that are developed overnight. They require time, practice, and a willingness to push through discomfort. One of the most important aspects of developing both discipline and mental toughness is to start small. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture, but the truth is that success is built one small step at a time. Whether you are trying to develop the discipline to work out consistently or the mental toughness to overcome a difficult project at work, the key is to start with manageable goals. Small, consistent efforts compound over time and lead to big results. It's through this gradual accumulation of success that you build the confidence and strength needed to tackle bigger challenges. Another important factor in developing discipline and mental toughness is to embrace discomfort. Most people shy away from discomfort, but the truth is that discomfort is a necessary part of growth. When you push yourself beyond your limits, when you do things that challenge you, you are building both discipline and mental toughness. Discipline requires the ability to do what needs to be done, even when it's hard. And mental toughness is the ability to keep going when things get uncomfortable. The more you embrace discomfort and push through it, the stronger and more resilient you become. Every time you overcome a challenge or discomfort, you strengthen your ability to handle even greater challenges in the future. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen discipline and mental toughness is to develop a routine. A routine creates structure and consistency, which are critical to maintaining discipline over time. When you have a routine in place, you don't have to rely on motivation alone to get things done. You simply follow the plan you've laid out, even on the days when motivation is lacking. A routine also helps to build mental toughness because it requires you to stay committed to your goals even when the going gets tough. Routines are a powerful way to develop discipline and mental toughness because they remove the need for decision making, making it easier to stay on track and focused on what matters most. Discipline and mental toughness are the bedrock of success. They are what allow you to stay focused on your goals, to push through adversity, and to maintain a sense of purpose and determination even when things get difficult. These qualities are not innate, but are built over time through consistent effort and a commitment to personal growth. Whether you are striving to reach a personal goal, overcome a challenge, or achieve something great, discipline and mental toughness will help you get there. The journey will not always be easy, but with discipline and mental toughness, you will have the strength and resilience to keep going, to overcome obstacles, and to achieve your dreams. Awareness, meditation, and visualization are three powerful tools that can profoundly shape the way we think, act, and live. They are practices that, when cultivated and applied consistently, allow us to tap into the deeper realms of our consciousness, control our thoughts, and create a life that aligns with our highest potential. While these practices may seem simple at first glance, their impact can be life changing when understood and incorporated into our daily routines. In fact, they form the foundation of a mindset that not only helps us overcome the challenges of life, but also propels us toward personal growth, success, and fulfillment. At the heart of these practices lies awareness. Awareness is the ability to observe your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without being controlled by them. It is the ability to step back and witness the patterns in your mind, allowing you to make conscious choices rather than react automatically to situations. Most people live their lives on autopilot, going through the motions without ever questioning the thoughts and beliefs that drive their actions. Awareness is the key to breaking free from this cycle and gaining control over your life. When you are truly aware, you begin to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. This simple realization is the first step toward freeing yourself from negative thought patterns, self limiting beliefs, and destructive behaviors. To develop awareness, it's important to cultivate the ability to be present in the moment. So much of our lives are spent dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, but the present moment is where true power lies. The mind has a tendency to wander, often leading us to replay past mistakes, ruminate on past regrets, or worry about things that have not yet happened. But these thoughts pull us away from the reality of the present. Awareness is about bringing your attention back to the here and now, noticing what's happening around you and inside you without judgment. This can be as simple as paying attention to your breath, noticing the sensations in your body, or being mindful of the thoughts passing through your mind. The more you practice awareness, the more you begin to realize how much of your mental energy is wasted on distractions, worries, and unnecessary thoughts. One of the most effective ways to cultivate awareness is through meditation. Meditation is the practice of focusing your attention and quieting the mind, allowing you to tune into your inner self. While meditation has been practiced for thousands of years, its benefits are becoming more widely recognized in modern times. Studies have shown that meditation can reduce stress, improve emotional regulation, increase self awareness, and enhance overall well being. Meditation allows you to take a step back from the busyness of life and reconnect with your inner self. It is a powerful tool for calming the mind, clearing away mental clutter, and creating space for clarity and insight. There are many different forms of meditation, but at its core, meditation is about focusing your attention and quieting the mental chatter that often dominates our minds. This could involve focusing on your breath, repeating a mantra, or simply sitting in silence and observing your thoughts without judgment. The key to effective meditation is consistency. Like any skill, meditation requires practice. The more you meditate, the more adept you become at quieting the mind, cultivating a sense of inner peace, and deepening your connection with yourself. Over time, meditation becomes less of a task and more of a natural part of your daily routine, creating a profound sense of calm and mental clarity. One of the most powerful benefits of meditation is its ability to create space between stimulus and response. In life, we are constantly bombarded with external stimuli, stressful situations, difficult conversations, challenging circumstances. Without the practice of meditation and awareness, we often react impulsively to these situations, letting our emotions or automatic thoughts dictate our actions. However, meditation teaches us to pause before reacting. It creates a gap between the stimulus and the response, allowing us to choose how we want to respond rather than reacting out of fear, anger, or frustration. This ability to pause and choose our response is a hallmark of emotional intelligence and a key to personal growth. Meditation also plays a crucial role in reducing the negative effects of stress. Stress is a natural part of life, but chronic stress can have a detrimental impact on both our physical and mental health. Meditation helps activate the body's relaxation response, reducing the production of stress hormones like cortisol and increasing the production of feel good neurotransmitters like serotonin. By regularly practicing meditation, you can train your body and mind to handle stress more effectively, reducing its impact on your health and well being. The calming effect of meditation can carry over into other areas of your life, allowing you to remain calm and composed even in the midst of challenging situations. Another essential practice that complements awareness and meditation is visualization. Visualization is the process of creating vivid mental images of what you want to achieve, whether it's a goal, a desired outcome, or a state of being. It is the act of using your imagination to experience success, abundance, health, or happiness before it manifests in physical reality. Visualization is a powerful tool for manifestation because it works by aligning the mind with the reality you want to create. Our brains do not distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. When you visualize something in detail, your brain responds as if it is actually happening. This creates neural pathways that reinforce the belief that your desired outcome is not only possible but inevitable. Successful athletes, performers, and business leaders have long used visualization to enhance their performance. They visualize themselves succeeding, achieving their goals, and performing at their best, which builds confidence and strengthens their mental resolve. But visualization isn't just for athletes, it can be used by anyone to create the life they want. Visualization helps you clarify your goals, focus your energy, and maintain a positive mindset. It creates a mental blueprint of success, reinforcing your belief that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. When you visualize, you are programming your subconscious mind to align with your conscious desires. To effectively use visualization, it's important to make the images you create as vivid and detailed as possible. The more real and tangible the visualization feels, the more powerful it becomes. This means engaging all of your senses, see yourself in the situation, hear the sounds, feel the emotions, and even imagine the physical sensations of success. For example, if you are visualizing yourself giving a successful presentation, imagine the environment, the audience, the words you will speak, the way your body feels, and the sense of accomplishment you will experience after you finish. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the more it primes your mind for success. Visualization is not a passive activity, it requires belief and emotional engagement. It's not enough to simply imagine what you want, you must also feel the emotions associated with it. Feel the excitement, pride, gratitude, or joy that you would experience if your desired outcome were already true. This emotional connection strengthens the neural connections in your brain and increases the likelihood of manifesting your goals. Visualization works because it trains the mind to focus on positive outcomes rather than negative possibilities. By visualizing success, you begin to see opportunities rather than obstacles, solutions rather than problems, and possibilities rather than limitations.